Hi, this is Parminder Patel, and here in this video I'm going to show you people how to use do while loops in C program. So first we need to understand do while loop. So it works same as the while loop works. The only difference is the condition check. Whereas in the while loop, we first check the condition, then we execute the body of the loop. Whereas in the do while loop, the body of the loop will get executed once and then it will check the condition. So if the condition is false, even in the case, the body of the loop get executed once. So it's totally depend upon the programmer's choice. If he wants to check the condition first and then to then to iterate the loop or then to execute the loop, then he has to go with the while loop. Whereas he want to execute or want to loop for once and then to check the condition, then he has to go with do while. So here we have to understand the syntax of the do while loop. So do while loop is written like this way. First we have to write the do over here, then here we have to write the body of the do while, and then we have to close the parenthesis, and then we have to write the while, and here we have to set the condition. So what it happen, it will first execute this body, and after executing body for once it will check the condition, whereas in the while case it will first check the condition and then execute the body. That is the only difference between while and do while, and it's totally the choice of the programmer which loop he wants to use. If he wants to first check the condition then to execute the loop, then he has to go with the while loop. Whereas he want to execute the body for once and then to check the condition, then he has to go with the do while loop. So now let's jump to our IDE, so better understanding of the do while loop in C program. So in the previous video we have learned how to create while loop or how to use while loop in C program to display the number from 0 to 9. So I'm just executing this program for once that we have done in the previous video of while loop. So just click on compile and run, and here we see the output of this program, that it is displaying the number from 0 to 9, and the condition here we set as, say we have declared a variable n, then we have initialized n is equal to 0 while n less than 10. Less than 10 means not that value of n become equal to 9. So what it will do, it will display the value of n and it will increment the value of n by 1. Similar fashion we can also decrement it by 1, or other way we can also use this program. If we wanted to say we want to display the value from 9 to 0, so for that I can set it as n is equal to 9, and here we have to set it as say n should be greater than and equal to 0, and here we have to set we have to decrement the value by 1. So here we have to set decrement operator, save the changes, here we go and execute and compile and run. Here we see the output as this is we have started reverse the loop, that is from 9 to 0. So I'm coming back again to here, and here I'm putting this value as say 1, and this time I'm setting it as say the value of n become less than 10, then or less than equal to 10. So what it will do, and here we have to put the increment operator, so we have to use plus sign here, save the changes here and go to execute menu and choose compile and run this time, and here you see it will display the value from 1 to 10. Now what happen if we make small changes in the program? If we say this value, if I say less than 1, now I just want to, I have initialized the value of n is equal to 1 and I want to run the loop, and condition I have set, that is value of n should be less than 1. then it will execute this body of the loop, and then increment the value of n by 1, and accordingly it will check. So if I save the changes and go to execute and choose compile and run this time, and we see nothing is displayed over there. This is just because of the reason what we have done, we have set the value of n is equal to 1. Now the value of n is equal to 1, and we are checking for the condition n should be less than 1. So here condition become false. Now as the condition become false, so it will not execute the body of the loop. That's why we are not getting any output over here. So this is with the while loop. Now what it will do, it will first check the condition, then it will execute the body of the loop. Now it has checked the condition is false. Now the body of the loop is not executed here in this case. Now we are going to change the same program, and we are going to do it with the do while loop. So what's happening over there with the do while loop? So what I am doing, I am copying all these contents from here to here and using Ctrl C. Then I'm going to file, then choose new, then from here choose source file. Here we go, pasting of these contents, and here I'm writing the demo do while loop in C, and here I'm setting n is equal to this. In order to write the do while loop, what we have to do, we have to, here I am using Ctrl X from here, and here we have to put the value this here with the semicolon here to terminate the sentence, and here we have to write the do. So this is the way of using do while loop. So first you have to write the do, then you have to start the curly brackets, and here you have to write the body of the loop. At end you have to check the condition using the while. So save the program right now. Just click on the save button. This time choose the C source file, and here I am giving the name to this as a do while, and save the button, and just again go to execute menu, choose compile and run. Here we got the value equal to 1. What has happened over here? Now the same condition we have set over there, that is n is equal to 1, and we are checking for the condition n should be less than 1. So what it will do, it will execute the body of the loop. Now when it will execute the body of the loop, the first time the value of n is equal to 1, so it has displayed as value 1. Now after that it has checked the loop. Now if he check the loop, the value become here, the return, the condition become false, and it will exit out of the loop. But here if we see here in the while case, what it is doing, it is going to first check the condition, then it is executing the body. Now first here condition become false, and it will not execute the body over here. So that's why it was not giving us any output in our program. Whereas in the do while case, it will first execute the body once, and after that it will check the condition. So that's why it has given us the output as a 1 here in our program. So this is here, and if we run this while loop, so just run, and it's not giving any output because of the reason the condition first become false, and as the condition become false, it will not execute the body of the loop. That's why it's not displaying any output here. Whereas in the do while case, here it will first execute the body for once. So once it will execute the body, it will display the value of n, that is value of n is equal to 1, and after that it will check the condition. So after that, checking the condition become false, so it will exit out of the body of the loop. So that's why it has displayed here only 1. So this is on the choice of the programmer, whether he wants to make a program in which he first check the condition, then to execute the body, then he has to go with the while loop, and he wants, the program wants that once he want to execute the body and after that he want to check the condition, then he has to go with the do while loop. Now let's make another program here in which I would like to display the counting table of any number. Like if we enter the 5, then we have to display the counting table of number 5. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to file menu and choosing the source file, and here I'm writing the comment entry for say program to display counting table of a given number. Then close the comments. Here we go, and then hash include header file, that is stdio.h. Then here you have to write void main function, put the parenthesis after the function, and here we have to declare the variables. So what I want to display, I want the user to enter a number, and whatever the number he will enter, according to that I would like to display the counting table of that number. So what I'm doing, I'm declaring two variable here, that is of integer type int. Say here I'm taking this number as I, and to this, and another variable say I'm taking there as a variable number. Okay, so I have declared two variable here because we have to make the counting, so I have to multiply those number with accordingly. So I have declared two variable I and the number. So I am doing initialization over here, the value of I. So whenever we have to make the counting of the table, we always know that any number multiplied by 0 is always equal to 0. So counting of the table always start from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. As say we can say that 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 5 into 3. So what I'm doing, I'm initializing the value of I equal to say 1. So the value of I is set equal to 1, and to the number I want the value to be entered by the user. So here I'm writing a message on the output screen to enter the number. Enter any number to display his counting table. Okay, I'm using \t sequence, escape sequence here, and at the end put semicolon. Now we have to read that number, so for that I'm using scanf function, and here we have to use the %d format, then put the comma here, then use address operator, and then we have to give the reference of the variable in which we wanted to assign this value, and here we go, semicolon. Then next is our job is to display the desired result. Okay, so for that I'm using the a little bit decoration for this. So in order to do that, I'm using printf function, and here I'm using curly bracket, and I'm using this say, and here I'm using \n. I just wanted to display a line with this plus sign over there. So after that put the semicolon here, and after that write do, and here we have to write the body of the do. you just have to close these brackets. So here what I have to do, I just wanted to first multiply the number with I just have to first display that number I would like to. So I'm writing here one line that printf then here is the curly bracket, then here I would like to first display that number. For that I'm using %d format, and I just wanted to display there as multiplication sign. So multiplication sign I'm using capital X to be displayed over there as a multiplication symbol. Then here we have to put the comma and we have to give the reference of the variable whose value we wanted to display. So that is my number. Now after this what I'm doing, I have to display the value of the variable I. So for that I'm writing one more printf over here, printf, and here I have to write it as say %d, and along with that I would like to display equal to sign, and at the end put the comma, and here we have to give the reference of the variable whose value we want to display. And in the final here I would like to display the result. So again I am writing one more printf statement. So printf, and result has to be displayed in the integer format, so %d here, and I want the result to be displayed in each new line, so here I am putting \n escape sequence. Then here I have to put the comma, and after that here I have to display the result. So for that I'm using the parenthesis, and here I'm writing number multiply by I. Okay, I just want to display the multiplication of this. So at the end put this parenthesis. Now I have to increment the value of I by 1. So here I am writing I plus plus. Okay, and here I am writing the condition to check while we just want the table to be displayed from 1 to 10. So here I am writing while I become greater than or less than equal to 10. So I just wanted to display the table of 5 or any number up to 10. So that's why I have condition set over here where will the I become equal to or less than 10. So now last here in the program I just wanted some decorative line would be added over here. So I'm copying this line from here, and here I'm pasting this line using Control B. So just we have completed the writing of the program. So we have to save the program. Go to the save button, just click on this, choose the C source file, and here I'm giving the name to this as a table. Just save the file and then go to the execute menu, then this time choose compile and run. Oh, it is showing any problem over there, that is oh, we have not put the hash before that, so we have to put hash include. This is preprocessor directive, so we have to use hash include, then stdio.h. That was the mistake. We have not put the hash before include. So save your changes, then go to execute menu, then choose compile and run. So here is we are having again a mistake because of the reason we have not put the semicolon at this position. So these are the common mistakes that you commit while writing the program, but nothing to be worried about that. It happens usually. So save changes, go to execute menu, compile and run. It's again showing me the error just because of the reason we have not put the semicolon here again, and save your make the correction, save your correction, then after that again go to execute menu, choose compile and run, and this time it's a success. So enter any number to display his counting table. So I'm entering the number, say 5. So here we got the result. It's displaying me here as the result 5 into 1 is equal to 5, 5 into 2 is equal to 10, 5 into 3 is equal to 15, and so on. So this is the table of 5 up to 10. Here we can see this. So what it has happened over there, we have initially set the value of I equal to 1. So this is value of I over here, and we have to enter a number to display his table. So for that we have entered the number 5 here. Now this number 5 will be assigned to the variable number. Now in the do while loop, what it has to happen, it will first display the value of number. So here the value of number has been displayed, so it will be continuous as a 555 over there, and after that we have displayed the X, capital X. So here we see the capital X is here. Now after that we have displayed the value of I. So here you can see the I value of I 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and after that we have displayed the equal to symbol. So here you see the equal to symbol is coming over there. Then after that printf, and what we have done, we have displayed the value as multiplication of number along with I. So whatever we have multiplied this number with value of I, and whatever the result, that will be displayed over here. So in first case the value of number is 5 and the value of I is equal to 1. So it is showing me 5 into 1 is equal to 5 as a result. Now what has done, we have incremented the value of I with 1. I plus 1 mean to say that increment the value of I by 1. So this time the value of I become 2, but the number remain 5 and I's value become 2. So this time it will display 5 into 2, that is equal to as a result 10. Similarly it keeps on going. At the end the value of I become equal to 10. So it's showing me 5 into 10, that is equal to 50. Now after that again the value of I is incremented by 1. So this time value become 11. But while loop we have set the condition the value of I should be, this loop will be get executed up to the condition while the value of I should be less than or equal to 10. So when the value of I become equal to 11, so the condition returns false. As the condition returns false, so it will exit out of the body of the loop and the control goes to the next line. So in the next line it will display this format line. So what I am doing, I am just reducing the size of this. Here again I am reducing the size of this. So save your changes, then go to execute menu, choose compile and run, and here we see enter the number to display his counting table. This time I'm entering number 8. So it's showing me the table of 8 here. Okay, so 8 into 1, that is equal to 8, 8 into 2 is 16, 8 into 3 is equal to 24, and so on. So this is how we can use while or do while loop in C program. So that's all for now. See you soon in the next video.